There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I've just been informed that our audio system was down for a second. Sorry about that. Welcome along to round 5 of the Manawatu Car Club E-Series. Brought to you by a Courtesy Ford. Make sure you did down to Courtesy Ford in Palmerston North or Fielding. Go see the team there to get yourself a deal. Thank you very much to Mr. Brendan Redder for giving me the heads up there. Thank you, my man. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to everyone else that has joined us here. Obviously, we have been having a few technical issues through the season. We're changing a few softwares here and there, so thank you very much for your patience. I am flying solo once again. I have no co-host, so be very patient with me, but I'm pretty sure by the time we get to the final round of the 8 rounds here of the Manawatu Car Club E-Series, I should have this thing running like a well-oiled machine. 21 seconds remaining there in the practice session. We'll be jumping into qualifying next, where we will see the drivers head out and try and secure themselves a good start to race 1. Bryce Hogg really testing the edge of his driving capability, but holding it all together. Who's that swinging nose? Oh, as you can tell, it's just practice, ladies and gentlemen. So as we see here, yeah, Justin Allen's holding that number 1 qualifying run at the moment with a 1:30. So yeah, very, very good to see, and massive shout out to SimHub Collective for providing this technology for us this evening. Massive shout out to them and all the help that they give us, and also if you're watching us on SimHub TV. Here we are here with Bryce Hogg heading out for his qualifying run. Once again, very thankful to have this technology. As you can see in the top left-hand corner there, we are going to have the lineup, and you'll be able to see live what's happening. So, see, most of the drivers are out there at the moment setting their qualifying lap. So we are racing at Okayama International this evening. It's a 3.27 kilometre track with 11 corners in total. This track was built in 1990 and was actually built for the wealthy to go race their cars around. It's located right in the middle of nowhere, just out in Japan, so it's not a very highly used track, but a lot of people take their cars there for testing, so you'll see some very interesting footage, especially back in the early 90s of the some of the legacy cars, the Supras, the GDRs, the real JDM history. As Bryce goes around to complete his first qualifying lap. Really throwing it in there. And yes, and running out of talent doing so. Just a quick little shout out to our sponsors, which is Courtesy Ford. We have got a car of the week. Now, this is a 2022 V6 Wild Track. It's a standout from the sea of black and white utes, finished with this eye-catching, hard-to-find Lux Yellow. Now, when I think of yellow, ladies and gentlemen, I think of a canary yellow, but it's that more of a golden copper look. This is a 2022 Wild Track V6, the total package, 3-litre V6, 32,000 kilometres on the clock. price drop. It was 65990, is now dropped down to 59990. Save $6,000. Shoot over to the team there at the Fielding branch, Courtesy Ford, to have a look at that great vehicle today. Big thank you to Courtesy Ford as well for supporting us here. Graham Walls just completed his first qualifying lap, doing a 1:31, but it's Blake Dodal to take out that number one position. They're all coming in now, and it's changing right around as we can see they're all completing their first lap. As you can see there, Bryce Hogg was unfortunate with his first qualifying lap as he spun, so that does not count. We'll jump over to Blake if we can. There's Blake Dodal. Let's see. Let's go on board and get a ride. See there in the right hand corner, Blake's just coming around to the second to last corner there, making his way onto the front straight, using the right on the outside of the apron there. Oh, he's coming up short just before. Has he come up short just before the start finish line? Obviously not happy with that lap. As we can see, it is Raymond Mellons taking out the number one position, and he's going to celebrate with some victory skids to do so. Well deserved from him. There's only 0.1 of a second between him and Blake Dodal. That's going to be a great little battle. As you can see, Graham Wall sitting in third position there. Waiting for the last couple. You can see Grayson Stowe sitting in fourth. Oh, Dingley, she just did an absolute flying lap. Here comes Raymond Mellon again. He may be coming out for another run. No, he's not. Yes, he might. There is only a short amount of time. As we see there, currently we've got Raymond and Daniel sitting on the front row with Blake Dodal and Graham Wall sitting on the second row there. Justin Allen, Matthew Budd, Jacob Jannon and Grayson Stowe. Fifth row made up. As they jump through there, sixth row, Jeremy Grove, Bailey Tyler, Ricky Gladding. Row 7, Nick Hammer and T.Y. Ballas. There we go. Bryce Hogg and Caleb Pedersen sitting on the 8th row. 9th row made up of Paddy Calder. Great to see Paddy the Batty out there in the Kubota car. Dallas Alexander sitting on the 10th row next to Finley McQuaid. Finley McQuaid, a very well-known driver with the Manawatu Car Club. Jamie Myers. Andrew Wobbly Wosley, another driver of the Manawatu Car Club there. Mervyn Clark, be good looking forward to seeing him race as the racing this weekend at Circuit Chris Amon. That is going to be round 3 of the Manawatu Car Club Winter Series. So that, if you want to get along there, ladies and gentlemen, we will be racing on Saturday and Sunday at the Manawatu Car Club. That is Circuit Chris Amon. So if you're in the Manawatu, make sure you come on down. We've got some practice on Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon we'll start the afternoon off with the Formula 4s and Formula Firsts. Then we're into the T86 Trophy Series. They're in their qualifying run there, and we'll see them race in the afternoon, as well as the Formula 4s and Formula Firsts. But Sunday will be the day of good good racing. We'll have the GT Cup, the SF Cup, the RS Cup, the IB Cup, Classic Cup, MX5s, and also the T86s again with the Formula Ford and Formula First. So make sure if you are around the Manawatu this weekend, come on down to Circuit Chris Amon. As we just have a click through, see if anyone else is out there qualifying. No, I believe we've all done our qualifying session now. We'll just be waiting for the starting grid to make their way onto the track. If you are sitting here on YouTube, make sure if you're on your phone or anything like that, just to jump over to our socials. That is Manawatu Car Club E-Series on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Go give us a like and a follow. And make sure if you are watching us on YouTube, click subscribe. And you can catch up with every single round as we are only in round 5 of the 8-round series here. Very lonely place when you're looking around the track and there's actually no cars on the track to watch. And also I have so Raymond Milan holding that fastest lap, so I say that's just come to the end of qualifying. And yeah, no co-host, so hopefully I can entice someone for the next round, or I can get Mr. Sean Brown back in the seat to join me here and grace your ears for some action. So hopefully we'll be graced with some V8 rumbling very, very soon. Just remember, if you are interested in joining us on the grid, by all means jump on to our social medias and flick us a message. We have races from a novice up to experts on this series. It's all about having fun, ladies and gentlemen. It is the main aim for racing online. Young Grayson Stowe. It's we'll just shoot back through the starting grid once again. Having a look through there just to get our final lineup. Now, if you are based in the Manawatu, isn't it a lovely evening? Not too cold. It's we had a couple of good frosts. The whole country has had them, which means we have lovely days out there. Just waiting still. As we head to live chat there, is still waiting for these guys to get to the grid. This is actually taking quite long, isn't it? There we go. There's our classifications coming up now. So 27 cars this evening. Great to see that many out there. So our race one, yes, it is going to be an 8-lap race. So we're looking forward to seeing them there as we jump on board with Matthew Budd. So a race one is based on your qualifying run, and then race two will be a reverse grid based on where you finish. So it's going to be quite interesting. As we saw from last week, it was absolute carnage heading into turn one. We don't want to see that again, but just a little bit of us do. As we wait for the last couple of cars to get to the grid, we'll be ready to go racing. We are nearly set and ready to go. We are way racing here for round 5 of the Manawatu Car Club E-Series. Oh, and it is absolute carnage headed into this turn 1 as we go through there. Wow, big stack up at the first corner there, as I can see tied up in was Andrew Bosley, was one of the drivers. So they make their way around. As the field comes down the hill there. Seems most of them have sorted their stuff out, but it is some very, very close racing. As we can see, once again, we've got Matthew Budd sitting here, but it is Raymond Mellon's going to hold that number 1 position over Daniel Hedeshire and Blake Dodal sitting in 3rd. Waves just have a bit of a spin there as well. Oh, a bit of an off. I believe that was Ricky Glading just having a little bit of testing of the kitty litter. Close calls there as we head on down, and we just jump to our leader at the moment. So we can see it is a Raymond Mellon sitting in that number 1 position, and a very comfortable position that is. So we go down behind him. We've got Daniel Hedeshire. We see also it is a Graham Wall and Blake Dodal battling it out as well. Graham Wall in the Shell Helix number 18 car. Here's Blake Dodal in the 21 right behind him. Going to go on the inside line there. He's actually really bloody close. As they come up there, he will go on the inside. As Blake Dodal has a little look on the inside. Graham Wall being very respectful there, holding on his inside line. Obviously, Blake can't turn into that corner, but he does have the advantage coming to this corner there, heading out onto the apron. And slight mistake as well there as Justin Allen gives Graham a bit of the old nudge. And how are you? That is awesome racing there from the top guys. So it's still Raymond Mellon sitting in that number 1 position with Daniel Hedeshire sitting in 2nd and Blake Dodal sitting in 3rd. Simon Hedeshire making a good advantage there over Graham Wall with Matthew Budd right behind Graham Wall. We go back to the start if we can, and we'll just have a look to see what happened with that starting look. Oh, yeah, that was a massive chunk there. You see Matthew Budd's going to be driving away quite easily. That was a big incident. So unfortunate for him and a few of the other drivers that got tied up with that one there. Jump on board with Jacob Chenham as he makes his way through. Oh, once again, it is a bit. Now, that's not the bump and run you want to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's just a bit of the old the old, that shouldn't be done. That might get called into an incident report, possibly. Sitting in behind Jacob there is one of the Courtesy Ford vehicles. Big shout out once again to Courtesy Ford. That's Brent Henderson driving the Courtesy Ford Falcon. Brent is one of the technicians in the workshop. So if you take your car down there for servicing or you bought yourself a new car, he is the man that will look after you, and he will look after you very well. But if you want to buy a car, you go see this man here. There's Lachlan. No, I might be running 2 Lachlans tonight. Well, you never know. As we once again have a look through the field here, starting to get some close times, and it's on to Graham Wall, still battling through there, as you can see him in 5th position. He's got Simon Heddershed in front of him, but it's Matthew Budd who's really going to start pushing onto his back bumper. Jump on board with Matthew Budd if we can, and see what the view looks like from his eyes. There's still 5 laps to go in this race, ladies and gentlemen, so anything can happen. We're on board with Matthew Budd at the moment, as he's got Graham Wall sitting in front of him. See, Okayama's got a very, very tight circuit through here, especially through this section here. You can hold your foot down, but you are coming up to a hairpin, so you see a lot of drivers there. You can see Graham's just looking on the inside of Simon's. Oh, Simon having a little bit of a lock up there, as you can see the right front tyre just pushing out a little bit of smoke, but it's been very interesting. We'll jump on board with Graham if we can. Yep, we're on board with Graham Wall right now as he looks at Simon Heddershed. So through this section here is very tight, and it's not really down for passing. Jump back in the field if we can. We go back to Nick Hammer as we see him making his way through in the Kubota livery. Same livery as Paddy, the Batty Calder. So Nick has got Bryce Hogg sitting in front of him, as Bryce is looking at T.Y. Ballas as well. These guys are still holding it very, very close. Ooh, Nick just getting a little bit of sideways here, scrubbing off a little bit of time, unfortunately for him. Three laps remaining of the 8th race lap here, ladies and gentlemen, and it is still very, very close racing as we look up the top here, and it's still the top guys. As we see Simon Heddershed leading this little group here, right behind him. You can see Caleb Peterson. He's jumped himself up 9 positions. Great driving from Caleb. There's some really good driving going on here, ladies and gentlemen, as we look back at a moment, if we can. No, we can't. We'll just jump back through there. Once again, massive shout out to Hub Collective for coming on board and supplying us with our technology to give you all the graphics here this evening. So once again, this is new technology for me. This is the first time I'm running it, but it's much smoother and easier than it was the previous one. So massive thank you to them. So we see Caleb Peterson sitting there. jump up to our leader, and our leader at the moment is Raymond Mellon. As he's coming around there, seeing Daniel Heddershire sitting behind. Oh, Raymond's getting a little bit squiggly. As you can see, there's quite a lot of grit there on the hairpin. So obviously struggling with the get some traction as he leaves that corner. But these top three guys are still quite spread out. So we'll jump back down. As I can see, it is Justin Allen starting to really put some pace on. It's a great little battle here with the guys racing here. As we see, oh, Simon's getting all sideways. He's just getting built up with the cars. We'll just jump on with Justin Allen. As obviously he's putting the pressure there on Simon Heddershire. Big break there from Simon, which has absolutely put Justin Allen off, allowing... Is that Graham Wall? Yeah, that's Graham Wall. That's just got past Justin, and oh, Justin won't be happy about that at all. As we see the battle there, obviously Justin wants his position back as he is sitting in 7th position at the moment. Graham Wall sneaking past when Simon Heddershire slammed on the brakes there. It is very, very good battles from these drivers here. Just jump to our leader at the moment. It is Raymond Mellon, but Daniel Heddershire has made up a heap of time. There's only a few corners to go here. I say Raymond may be raining out a little bit. Yeah, he's just starting to slide out of all the corners. So I say the tyres are starting to go, and Daniel is really eyeing him up right now. Let's see if we can jump on board here with Daniel to make any moves. They're coming down to the second to last corner, I believe it is, and it's going to be down through to the last corner here, but no, it is going to be Raymond Mellon to take out race number 1 here for round 5 of the Manawatu Car Club E-Series. As we jump back to the drivers down here, we see it is Graham Wall getting battled on there by Justin Allen, but Graham Wall going up the side of Simon Heddershire, not enough there. Oh, brilliant driving by them. As we shoot down a little bit further into the field, down to Michael Forrest there, battling away with Bailey Tyler, I believe it is. Yes, it was. Yep. Bailey Tyler, everyone parked up on turn 1, as I'm pretty sure there'll be a few drivers there doing victory skid. There's Jamie Myers and Grayson Stowe retired to the pits. Great racing there, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully we'll see soon our podium and results from the end of race 1. Here they are. So you see Raymond Mellon and Daniel Heddershire and Blake Dodell sitting on the podium. As the drivers jump into their practice session for the feature race. Just another call out to our sponsors, and they're providing the car of the week, which is a 2022 V6 Wild Track. Make sure if you want to go down and see the team down there at Courtesy Ford in Fielding to have a look at this beautiful car. It's a 2022 V6 Wild Track 3-litre, 32,000 Ks on the clock, and it is a price drop. It was 65990, now 59990. He's young Grayson Motormouth Stowe making his way around there. I see he's changed his livery up for this week. I thought it was a shepherd's pie or a lasagna last week, but I got told it was an apple crumble because of his patience. So just give you just have a quick little break here, ladies and gentlemen, while I refresh my Powerades. So we'll watch the practice and enjoy, and we'll be back soon.
And the engines come alive. Screens lit up, boys ready to drive. From Manawatu roads to the online grid, we race like hell, just like we always did. V8's rumble, Falcons and Holdens roar. Every driver wants just one lap more. Winter's cold, but the racing's fine. Manawatu Car Club, we're wired and inspired. It's cold nights and hot laps under the lights. Door to door racing, give it all tonight. Through the corners, down the straight. One small move can seal your fate with Courtesy Ford back in the ride. We're chasing that win with Manawatu pride.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for that one. We'll just see if we can get a starting grid for race 2. No, we can't. It's only the starting grid for race 1, unfortunately. See, it is Paddy, the Paddy Calder, cruising along there in the Kubota livery. Jeremy Groves sitting in the #1 position with his little practice run there in the super cheap auto livery. Isn't that cool? Great effort from the drivers here. The effort they've put into getting these liveries on. Some of them are custom made, but some of them have been made and you can just click on them. So yeah, great to see some of the history of the supercars. 4 seconds to go in practice here. There's checker flag and we'll soon be heading to the grid. Make sure if you're watching us on the YouTube channel to subscribe to our YouTube channel on the Manawatu Car Club there. Also as well, jump over to our social media platforms. That's Manawatu Car Club E-Series to catch up with anything E-Series related. And also you'll be able to catch up with what's happening in the real life Manawatu Car Club. If you jump over to the Manawatu Car Club Facebook page itself, see what's happening at Circuit Chris Omon, especially this weekend as we jump into round 3 of the Manawatu Car Club Winter Series. So we've got Daniel Headshed sitting on the front row. Brent Henderson next to him, Jacob Chanham, Jeremy Grove, Grayson Stowe, Caleb Pedersen, Paddy Calder, T.Y. Bayliss, Graham Wall, Bryce Hogg. Waiting for the last couple of cars to make their way to the starting grid. Oh. Hopefully we're going to have a clean run here, ladies and gentlemen. Fingers crossed as we see it is green and we are go for racing. And try and jump back a little bit further if we can, because we know it's going to be a little bit of carnage as we, way there we go. It's a massive stoving in there as we look back on. Let's see what happened as we jump to Dallas Alexander. We knew it was going to be a bit of clashing there, but yeah, there goes Dallas there. He's getting shunted right through. Oof. Unfortunate for him as we jump back to live and see what's happening. And it is, the carnage has not stopped. Is that Graham Wall that got shoved out the back there? No, possibly Justin Allen. Bryce Hogg getting a couple of nudges there too as he makes their way through. This is, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a whole heap of people that can't drive. Wow. A few people ran out of talent on that one, including the main man himself, Bryce Hogg, as he makes his way past Finley McQuaid, who has got the wheel alignment of a mortgage. One is fixed and the other one is floating by the looks of things. As they, oh, look at the offset of the left rear of Bryce Hogg's. He has got massive toe on that left rear. That is insane. The pits are going to be jam-packed with repairs left, right, and center. But you know what? Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. The leader at the moment is Grayson Motormouth Stowe. Look at that. Who would have thought he was in the front? Look at the kitty litter from turn 1. That was unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. I got 64 incidents from that first quarter. That is a great way to start your feature race here for round 5 of the Manawatu Car Club E-Series. We'll have another look at that start and see what happened. No, it's not going to let me. That is A-okay. It's from the start of the race there. There's just some nudging and budging as they make their way around the corner there. That is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. As we said, we just jump to our leader. There he is there. Grayson Stowe. No, it is Jeremy Grove. Right, there's a couple of incidences going on here. I'll just see if I can. Chuck it up to live. Now we are on with Jeremy Grove. So make your way through. See if we can jump to live. That's much better. See, it is. Yeah, number one. Jeremy Grove sitting in that number one position there in car number 3. Raymond Mellon sitting in second position. Raymond doing a great job there, making up 24 positions from lap 1. And come around there, complete lap 4 of the 15-lap race. So this is a much bigger and bigger challenging race. You see one of the lap cars getting stuck in the middle there, and I reckon that car in front of Raymond is actually Mervyn Clark. Yep, that looks like his car there. Great to see Mervyn. Once again, a big supporter of the Manawatu Car Club E-Series and also of real racing. As we move further down to the field, we have a look at T.Y. Ballas, who is eyeing up Bailey Tyler. Those guys are getting, TY just having a look on the inside of Bailey there. So we look at the battle of these two drivers here. This is the battle for 4th and 5th here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're watching TY getting real close and starting to put some pressure there on Bailey. Bailey's just getting a little bit wiggly. Very, very close. We'll just jump on board and see what it looks like from the driver's eyes. Bailey sporting a little bit of Rubbins Racing on the back bumper there. And also flicking up some debris off the track. Now, I tell you, if the recovery crew and knew about this at Circuit Chris Amon, they would have had that cleaned up in a second. This is very poor from Yokohama. Big shout out to Higgy out there. I know he's listening. Looking forward to catching up with you this weekend, mate. It is still T.Y. Ballas still sitting in behind Bailey Tyler there. A little bit further down the field. Oh, here we go. It is Justin Allen and Matthew Budd, I believe, in behind. Oh, it is, yeah, that's Matthew Budd that's just gone in front of T.Y. Ballas. It's Justin Allen as well sitting there too. Might just stay on with these guys for a little bit longer because, whoa, big sideways there. I believe that was Matthew Budd exiting the Discord. Great action. And a great pass there by T.Y. Ballas to get past Matthew Budd to himself up into 4th position. Quickly jump back over to our leader, who is still Jeremy Grove, sitting in that number 1 position with Raymond Mellon sitting in 2nd. Brent Henderson in 3rd, T.Y. Ballas now in 4th, Matthew Budd in 5th, Justin Allen 6th. Now, a big improver. Now, the biggest improvement is Raymond Mellon. He has jumped up 24 positions since the start of the race. And still quite a big gap between him and Jeremy. So he's got a bit of work to go, but he is standing on the podium at the moment, which is very good to see as he comes around to complete another lap, as we're just going to go look at nearly the halfway mark here for round 5 of the Manawatu Car Club E-Series. Cruise back down the field and see if we got any close racing here as we jump over to Graham Wall, who has made himself up 11 positions here, and he is eyeing up Grayson Motormouth Stowe. Probably not as close as he wants to be. And it's only the halfway mark as we head down a little bit further to Bryce Hogg, who has dropped himself 2 positions after that incident. As you can see, he is he's still sporting that right rear tyre. And if we see if we just jump onto the chase there, he's doing a great effort. Or has he sorted that one out? No, he has had a pit stop. So he is, in a little bit of the old bump and grind there with car number 13. Car number 13 being Bailey Tyler once again, getting into a little bit of fisticuffs. Bailey dropping right back in positions, actually. As they make their way down through the little fast section here into the hairpin. And so Bryce is going to hold back on Bailey. He's been quite conservative there. We'll leave these two guys to it as we jump over to back down to Graham Wall, who is once again in a little bit closer to Grayson Stowe, but it is a Grayson Stowe looking at the back of Dallas Alexander as Grayson goes on the inside line there, pushing Dallas right onto the outside. Dallas holding the advantage going into that next corner there. We'll jump on board with Grayson as we see him battle here. Oh, they're getting really up close. Oh, it's a bit of a turn in there from Grayson Stowe, but a touch and go, which has allowed Graham Wall to go flying through the inside. Dallas Alexander on board here now with him as he has got Graham Wall absolutely breathing right down his neck as they make their way into the hairpin there. Oh, Graham just allowing Dallas to know that he's still there. This is great driving from these guys here. Dallas and Graham, both local men here in the mighty Manawatu and both Manawatu Car Club members. I'm sure we'll be seeing Graham making his way up from Wellington to drive his Tour in the Winter Series on Sunday. And hopefully we'll be able to see Dallas Alexander bring his Porsche at one meeting. It'd be good to see him out there in the GT Cup. Well, it is still Dallas versus Graham as we just clicked over the halfway mark there. Lap 9 of this feature 15 lap race. This is a great driving from 2 of our club members. So I'll just have a quick scan through there. It is still Raymond Mellon in that number 1 position with Jeremy Grove sitting in 2nd. Raymond Mellon's got a 5-second lead over him with Brent Henderson sitting in 3rd. Justin Allen in 4th. So we just jump up to the battle there between Brent and Justin. Jump on board with Henderson there. Brent Henderson running the Courtesy Ford livery. Big thank you once again to Courtesy Ford and for all their support here with the Manawatu Car Club E-Series. Make sure you head over to Courtesy Ford on JFK Drive or in Fielding there. Fielding has got our car of the week, which is the 2022 Ford Wildtrak. Justin Allen going right around the outside of Brent Henderson, allowing him to make his way through. But at the same time, it's T.Y. Ballas is going to take advantage of that, following as he's jumped up two. That has put Justin Allen to third, T.Y. Ballas into fourth position, and Henderson into fifth. He's our second place sitter at the moment is Jeremy Grove. Once again, he has got a fair bit of real estate to make up there. As Raymond Mellon is sitting in a very comfortable position and a very comfortable lead at the moment as he is coming around there to complete another lap as it goes across the start-finish line. With 5 laps to go. We'll look further down the field as we see it is Grayson Stowe once again. Oh, making a slight mistake there, allowing Matthew Budd to get a pass. But we just go to this little group in front of them if we can. It is Daniel Heddershed. Now we've got Dallas Alexander, Daniel Heddershed, and Graham Wall in this great little battle here. As you can see, Dallas is in the front there, and Daniel's sitting in second, and Graham Wall is all over Daniel, but it's just gone a little bit wide there, a bit of kitty litter there, but oh, Dallas Alexander's made the mistake. He's just gone wide, allowing those two to go past. Oh. But Dallas is not going to give up that easily, is he? No, he is going to stick on the tail of Graham Wall. Here's Graham Wall in the Shell Helix. And there's Matthew Budd having a look on the inside of Dallas Alexander as well. Dallas opening the door, but shutting it on Grayson Stowe, pushing Grayson right to the outside. He's not going to let him pass that easily. Oh, I can say there's going to be a few incident reports after this one, ladies and gentlemen. It may be a bit of a busy time up in the room to go through a couple of things, but it's only good fun. It's only good fun. Now, these drivers here are racing for a cup. Now, we do award trophies at the end of the season with a prize, so we're looking forward to the prize giving, which is held with the Manawatu Car Club prize giving evening, which is always a great evening to have. It's great fun. So keep an eye on the social pages of the Manawatu Car Club. That's on Facebook and Instagram, and you'll be able to see when we are holding that. And even if you want to come along and just support the drivers themselves, it's a great evening to be a part of. If you're not even picking up an award, it's a great evening. And great food too. So with Matthew Budd there at the moment. Jump a little bit further down the field, we see Simon Heddershed also having a very good run at the first race, but once again just losing a little bit of traction as we get later into the race here. Obviously the tires are starting to get a little bit worn. These iRacing simulators have done very, very well with their realism. As I can see, Simon Heddershed in front of him is Andrew Wobbly Wosley. very famous Andrew Bosley at the Circuit Chris Amon, Manfield. He has got even his own combo at the hot dog stand. It's known as the Bosley combo. I believe it's 2 hot dogs and 1 chips. So if you're interested and you're joining us this weekend for round 3 of the Manawatu Car Club Winter Series, go down to the food court there and ask the Gala catering team for a Bosley combo, and I'm pretty sure they know exactly what you're talking about. Simon Heddershield getting the pass there on Bosley to climb up another position. As you can see there, it's Matthew Budd sitting in 9th. But if we jump all the way down, it's one of my favourite drivers, and it's always great to catch up with this man himself. It is Mervyn Clark. We know that the Clark family are there supporting us, supporting him and his driving. So, yeah, great to see Mervyn make another appearance here. He's always keen to go for a drive, old Merv. And looking forward to catching up with him and his family this weekend at Circuit Chris Amon. Mervyn Clark being the senior of our grid at 61 years old, so he just loves being out there, loves having a drive, loves having a steering wheel in front of him, and I know he's got a massive smile sitting behind that steering wheel, so good on you, Merv. Having a look at the splits here between all these drivers, you can see they're really starting to spread out now, but it is still going to be Matthew Budd has got the closest, as he's got Graham Wall sitting right in front of him. Graham Wall, who was the Summer Series winner of the Manawatu Car Club E-Series. Very, very good driver, and puts a lot of dedication into his sim racing and real-life driving. Once again, you can see him racing this Sunday here at Circuit Chris Amon. Now, I say here because I'm broadcasting from the Manawatu, and if you don't know who I am, probably because I haven't said it, my name is Sam. I am the commentator for the Manawatu Car Club. Thank you very much for joining us here on the platforms, and if you want to hear my voice some more, once again, yeah, come join us this weekend. I'm pretty sure you will. And also, there's a Hot Rod Club meeting and swap meet this weekend as well. It's at Manfield, so that's gonna really be cool. It's actually it's one of the biggest meetings I believe they have for the hot rods. So, yep, great to see them there. We're into the final laps, ladies and gentlemen, into the final lap itself as we look at our leaders. He cruises and slides in to the last couple of corners, getting past a lap car there. He's got a 14-second lead. This is Raymond Mellon, who is absolutely peeled it through. As he makes his way on to the start-finish line, he is going to pick himself up the checkered flag and some well-deserved points, and he's throwing it sideways. Can he keep it into turn 1? Not quite. Hopefully, we'll see some victory skids from him. That is awesome work there from Raymond Mellon, as we can see there. For some freestyle, is he? See Justin Allen picking up that 3rd position as he sparks up the rears. Everyone's going to get into it. for the victory, Skids. Once again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here for round 5 of the Manawatu Car Club E-Series. Absolutely put it into the car number 35. And that's our results. Great driving from everyone here. And thank you once again. You'll catch us in a fortnight, ladies and gentlemen. So remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we will see you next time on a Thursday night.
Thursday night rolls in, the engines come alive.